In this video, I'm going to show you the safest ways to store your Bitcoin, step by step. We'll make it super simple, so stick around. You know, a lot of beginners think that buying Bitcoin is the hardest part, but honestly, keeping it safe is just as, if not more, important. Unlike the money in your bank account, Bitcoin is digital and it's decentralized. What does that mean for you? It means you, and only you, are responsible for protecting it. But don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. I'm going to break down all your options in simple terms, so by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do. Let's start with the most common option for beginners: leaving your Bitcoin on the exchange where you bought it. We're talking about places like Coinbase, Binance, or Kraken. The biggest advantage here is convenience. It's easy, it's right there, and you don't have to do anything extra. But here's the risk you need to understand. If that exchange gets hacked, goes bankrupt, or just shuts down, you could lose everything. Think of it like leaving all your cash with a third party. It might be fine for a short time, but it's definitely not the best long-term plan. Let me know in the comments if this is making sense so far. All right, moving on to option 2, hot wallets. A hot wallet is a digital wallet app that you install on your phone or your computer. They're called hot because they are always connected to the internet, which makes it super easy to send and receive Bitcoin. Some popular examples are Trust Wallet and Exodus. The main advantage? You have full control. You hold the private keys to your crypto. The downside? Because it's always online, it's more vulnerable to hacks, malware, or viruses on your device. Imagine carrying cash in your everyday physical wallet. It's convenient for daily use, but if you lose it or it gets stolen, that cash is gone. Now for my personal favorite for long-term security, option 3, cold wallets. A cold wallet is like a high-security vault for your Bitcoin. These are small physical devices, kind of like a specialized USB stick, that store your Bitcoin completely offline. You've probably heard of brands like Ledger and Trezor. Since they're not connected to the internet, hackers simply can't touch your funds. The only real risk is if you physically lose the device and your backup code. But if you keep them safe, this is one of the most secure ways to hold your crypto. Think of it like having a personal safe deposit box at the bank, but you're the only one with the key. I know that was a lot, so feel free to pause and re-watch this part. It's crucial for long-term safety. Let's quickly touch on a more old-school method: paper wallets. This is exactly what it sounds like. You literally print your Bitcoin private keys onto a piece of paper, and then store that paper somewhere physically safe, like in a home safe or a bank vault. While it is completely offline and therefore secure from online hackers, it has its own risks. The paper could be damaged by fire or water, it could fade over time, or you could simply lose it. It's not as common today, mainly because hardware wallets are much more practical and offer a better user experience while being just as secure. This brings me to the single most important rule in all of crypto. You'll hear this phrase everywhere: not your keys, not your coins. What does that really mean? It's simple. If someone else, like an exchange, controls the private keys to your wallet, you don't truly own your Bitcoin. You're trusting them to hold it for you. To have real, undeniable ownership, you need to hold those private keys yourself in a wallet that you control. This fundamental principle of self-custody is what separates Bitcoin from the traditional banking system. Comment below if this clicks for you. It's the cornerstone of being your own bank. Here's something that beginners often miss, and it's critically important: backups. When you set up a personal wallet, whether it's a hot or cold one, you'll be given a recovery phrase. This is usually a list of 12 to 24 random words. This phrase is the master key to all your Bitcoin. Your number one job is to write it down on paper, never store it on your phone or computer, and keep it in a very safe, private place. If you ever lose your phone or your hardware wallet breaks, this phrase is the only thing that will let you recover your funds. Without it, your coins are gone forever. Seriously, protect it with your life. Okay, let's quickly go over some essential security tips to keep your Bitcoin safe. First, always use strong, unique passwords for everything. Second, turn on two-factor authentication, or 2FA, on your Exchange accounts. Third, never ever share your recovery phrase with anyone, not even customer support. Fourth, keep your backups in more than one secure location. And finally, for any significant amount you plan to hold long-term, use a hardware wallet. These steps might sound basic, but they are the bedrock of good security and can be the difference between keeping your Bitcoin and losing it. Let's do a quick visual recap of what we've learned. Exchange wallets are convenient for small amounts but are the least secure because you don't control the keys. Hot wallets, on your phone or desktop, give you control but are always online and have some risk. Cold wallets, or hardware wallets, are the safest option for long-term storage because they keep your keys offline. Paper wallets are also offline but are less practical and more fragile. And above all else, remember the golden rule: protect your private keys and your recovery phrase. So, what do I recommend for a beginner? Here's a simple, balanced strategy to get you started. It's fine to keep a small amount of Bitcoin on the exchange you use, maybe for trading or quick access. But once you accumulate an amount that you wouldn't be comfortable losing, you should move the majority of it to a hardware wallet. This gives you the best of both worlds: everyday convenience and long-term, high-level security. And that's it. A beginner's guide to storing Bitcoin safely. If this video helped you feel more confident, please comment below and let me know which storage method you're thinking of using. I'd love to hear from you. And of course, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more easy-to-understand Bitcoin guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.